And Kellogg's has only one. I'm surprised.
Total Raisin Bran. The Raisin Bran with the total difference.
I just assumed they were all the same, but they're not.
At Burger King, we don't serve billions, we serve individuals.
This individual sometimes wants a really good deli sandwich.
Great idea. At Burger King?
Tell us, what do you say?
Roast beef, hot, real hot.
Maybe not. How about turkey, tender and juicy?
Mix it up.
Hot ham and cheese, please!
With 4 new deli sandwiches, there's no right way, no wrong way. Just your way, right away.
And make it snappy to go!
Your way, right away, at Burger King now.
Barry Williams back in St. Paul, the smallest school in the tournament with the worst record, is leading in the championship game by 15 at halftime. But the numbers we're going to talk about now, it's time to play our TCF Bank Tournament Triples. Perhaps $1,000 to a lucky viewer today. And today's numbers are 717-61. The drum roll adding effect for the Tournament Triples, brought to you by TCF Bank. It's banking the way you want it. Back with more halftime festivities right after this live from St. Paul, side of the 1992 Boys Basketball Tournament.
It might not make a big difference to you that your Farm Bureau agent is one of the industry's best trained. Then again, maybe it will. You might not be impressed that your Farm Bureau agent is always looking for innovative insurance and financial solutions. But someday, you might be. And you might not think it's important to plan for your future with a preferred client review. But maybe you should. The Farm Bureau family. Our most important policy is caring.
Buongiorno. I love being in Italy. It reminds me so much of the old USA. With the deluxe bowling alleys, the high-rises, even drive-through restaurants. I myself am enjoying one of the true specialties of Italian cuisine, the New York strip. Perfecto. Well, as they say in Italian, ciao. Beef, real food in Little Italy, New York.
Hi, I'm Steve Roscoe.
And I'm Aaron Banks. We are both 1992 Academics Arts and Athletic Award winners.
Don't miss the Boys State High School Basketball Tournament tonight at 7 o'clock here on Receptive Channel 9.
Barry Williams back in St. Paul, Class A championship game halftime. Shamrocks by 15, but now let's go over to Jim with more special guests. Gilly?
Thanks, Barry. We just saw it moments ago. The AAA award winners. Ron Sigmund of AAA joins us along with our 2 Class A award winners. We have Chad Solvey, who's from Hancock, Jill Wolverton from Fairmont. Got it right. Ron, tell me a little bit about your involvement with this program.
Well, AAA is really proud of these students. What we try to do, Jim, is give the people that have worked hard all year in academics, arts, and athletics some recognition for a well-rounded job and contribution to the school and the community.
Hey, Chad, tell us what you do and your plans for next year. I mean, in terms of your AAA.
In terms of my AAA for next year.
Your involvement, what sport?
I participate in football, basketball, baseball, and band and choir. Next year I plan to attend a 4-year college somewhere.
Can't you find any other hobbies or anything? No, just, sorry. Jill, what are you active in and what are you going to do next year?
I'm in cross country, basketball, and track, and I plan to attend the University of St. Thomas next fall.
Well, you've got that. I want to know a little bit about how you budget your time. Everybody asks you that question, I know, and I'm sure you must have a good answer in order to be a winner, but it's a tough thing to do, is it not?
Oh, it's kind of tough, but you get used to it, as long as we're in things that are fun.
All right, Chad, do you ever have to pass by when your friends are doing something because your schedule won't allow you to do some of the things that's popular?
Oh yeah, you got to stay home and study and put the work in before you get any credit for what you do, but I don't know, as long as you're around good people, it's easy.
Well, thanks to our special halftime guest, Ron Sigmund from AAA, Chad Solvey of Hancock, Jill Wolverton of Fairmont. They're our AAA winners for Class A, and we'll be back at halftime of the championship game AA with the winners for Class AA. That makes sense, doesn't it, Barry?
It makes sense on day 3 of our boys basketball tournament. This is the 1992 boys tournament on Menard scoreboard. It is a shocker thus far. The Shamrocks leading the Islanders by 15.
Hey!
Why do you get a great cut at Great Clips?
It's my reputation on the line.
At Great Clips, you get salon quality style without the salon price.
You're going to get the best haircut possible.
Our specially trained stylists make the difference.
We guarantee it.
Need a little excitement in your life?
Hey! Hey!
Come in and play the instant win game during Great Clips' 10th anniversary.
Yes, 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 your style.
It's almost over. The mega sale. The store-wide sale that only happens twice a year with savings that happen once in a lifetime. No payments and no interest for 6 full months. Or pay cash and take an extra 6% discount off our sale prices. Mega deals on mattresses, sofas, sleepers, recliners, bedrooms, and more. Mega deals and no payments or interest for 6 months. Don't miss the selection. Don't miss the savings. The store-wide mega sale ends soon at Slumberland Furniture. This is one big deal.
At Menards, you'll find many ways to improve your kitchen. All Peerless kitchen faucets are on sale now. They're easy to install and feature a lifetime limited warranty. This chrome single-handle faucet is just $36.99. And replace your old kitchen sink with a new Banner stainless steel sink. They won't chip, crack, or stain. This 7-inch deep sink is now just $49.99. Improve your kitchen and save at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We are back at the St. Paul Civic Center. The second half about to begin. Austin Pacceli leads De La Salle 35-20. And welcome back courtside with Billy McKinney and Shannon Carvinen. This is Doug McLeod. And my, oh my, what an interesting first half that turned out to be. A little more interesting, I think, than Ed Cassidy Jr. would like it to have been at De La Salle.
It certainly was, and they find themselves down by 15 points, being out-hustled, being outshot, and they're just in a daze right now. I don't think they know what hit them.
Well, obviously, damage control is the name of the game right now at the start of the second half.
And I think you can expect that De La Salle will make a series of different runs. But they need to put one good run together so emotionally they can get that lift that they need to really believe that they can win. On the other hand, Pacceli, you got to give him a lot of credit. You can't sit here and just say we're in shock because of the game. Pacceli has really played well.
They certainly have, and one of the reasons they've played well is that De La Salle has had a difficult time controlling on-ball penetration. They've been reaching, as this play indicates right here. Gary doing a great job of maintaining control, jumping out to the man of the day, Rogney, and he buries a 3. But that was indicative of the play the entire first half. The Islanders playing reaching defense instead of good body position defense.
Well, the Austin Pacceli fans have certainly had a lot to whoop and holler about here. But hasn't been a lot for the De La Salle gang down at the other end. But right now, the green-clad Shamrock Boosters, the smallest school here. They have under 100 students in their program, in their school. In fact, they don't even play football down there anymore. Their football players play over at Austin High.
Wow. You know, amazing statistic for the first half. Austin Pacceli shot 78% from the field, 100% from the free throw line. On the other hand, De La Salle shoots 29% from the field and only 55 from the free throw line. Everything else was relatively even, but
that's enough.
Yeah, but more importantly, you look at the 7 field goals that they had out of 24. They really had to struggle to make their baskets after the first quarter.
And you talked about the defense not really stopping penetration. Pacceli's shots have been high percentage shots in the paint, close to the basket, and that's why they have such a great percentage. Also, they are out rebounding De La Salle in a big way.
The Austin Pacceli Shamrocks are leading the De La Salle Islanders 35-20, and the second half begins. Whoops, right through the hands of Rob Gary of the Shamrocks, and then right out of the hands of Robert Festus of the De La Salle Islanders. And back comes Rick Noss for Austin Pacceli.
Well, again, the trend for De La Salle continues. They're creating the turnovers, but not able to capitalize on the mistakes that are made. As we look at Ricky Noss, beating the defense again, no help at the basket. The lead is up to 17.
He has 6 of those points now, 37-20. Austin Pacceli just underway in the third quarter. Adrian Patterson going inside. There's a block, I think, in there somewhere. And there it is on Jake Nelson.
Well, Adrian Patterson has to become involved in this game. You can see him taking the ball to the basket. And that is a big foul for Rodney, third personal.
It's Nelson who gets his third. Jacob Nelson And the first team foul of the half. Darren Deering. It's going to be Austin Pacelli's ball.
And there's something that's been happening with the basketball with De La Salle. Every time they go into their shot, during the last 3 shots that he's attempted, they've slipped out of his hands.
Back down, Dan Delgado. Could not get in there on Adrian Patterson of De La Salle. Patterson lobs it over to Jones. Here's Deering, and it goes 37-22, and De La Salle strikes now. Double teamed in the backcourt. A foul is going to be on Robert Mestis of De La Salle. That is his first foul. He is a very, very quick player. He'll draw the foul in that situation as he was guarding Gary.
Well, Gary's done a nice job of taking care of the basketball in spite of the backcourt pressure put on by De La Salle.
Austin Pacelli is 18 and 11. De La Salle 25-2. That shot didn't fall. The rebound pulled off by Ricardo Jones. Deering all the way in. Wheels and scrambles to the Yosta.
Tried to get a little bit too cute with the basketball that time. Darren Deering, a great player here. Should have made the easy play here behind the back play, which is a great play eluding the defense. But right here, probably should have given the ball up to one of his wing players, Patterson, who's capable of hitting the 12-foot jump shot. Tried to do a little too much that time.
Out of the full court press again. Back on the Austin Pacelli Shamrocks. And Delgado. Gary. Long lobber over. Steve Rodney. It was tipped out, and it'll be Austin Pacelli's ball. Rodney right in front of his own bench. Nelson, there it is.
See, that's just poor defense. I hate to say that, but that's poor defense. There's no way a pass, out of bounds play, that pass should be able to be made and not be intercepted. Weak side defense going to sleep on that play.
15 points for Nelson, and a very poor idea there as Shilgan rocketed the ball in, and it was picked off by Austin Pacelli. And Pacelli will keep the ball here as it goes out of bounds in front of the official scorer's bench. The score now, Austin Pacelli 39, Minneapolis De La Salle 22. The unhappy fellow there is Ed Cassidy Jr., the boss of the Islanders.
Sitting next to him or down the row is Deering. Also, he's on the bench right now.
Shard.
Well, they always say the first 5 minutes of the second half really critical to a team's efforts. If we look at Deering, right now De La Salle has done nothing to cut into this deficit or improve their level of play right now, which has got to be very frightening for Ed Cassidy and his staff. Time is slipping away.
Chris Merritt is in the game now, number 40, a junior for Austin Pacelli. I don't know how this game will come out if Austin Pacelli happens to win it. We were looking up to see records of teams that have won championships. They're almost all very good. It would be the most losses in modern history for a team to win a championship if indeed they hold on to win it. Right now, it's 39-22. The Shamrocks on top.
Of the top 10 best-selling cars and trucks in America, 5 are Fords. That's right, 5 are Fords, proving that Ford leads the way with high-quality cars, like Ford Taurus, the best-selling American car, and the only car in its class offering driver and passenger side airbags. Right now, buy a new 92 Ford Taurus and get up to $1,200 in total savings. That's right, up to $1,200, including $500 cash back direct from Ford. You ask for American quality, and your Ford dealer delivered with 5 of the top 10 bestsellers. Test drive one today.
These are my new shoes from Converse. They're so light and so fast, my grandmama can whoop you in them. Grandmama! Let's go. What? Shoot that dude. I'm like an old lady. Move it, Granny, move it. Remember, you can't beat what you can't catch. Okay, Granny, one-on-one, me and you. That was a lucky shot, Grandma.
You guys want to talk? 39-22, Austin Pacelli with the lead. 5:48 to go in the third quarter.
And a commanding lead at that. They've maintained their pace. They've increased their lead by 2 points. And De La still looking somewhat discombobulated offensively.
Pressure in the backcourt again. Pacceli trying to pass out. Deering got a hand on it. Scooped up by Mestis. Islanders inside. Picked off by Steve Rodney.
Again, De La Salle playing great defense on the press, not able to convert in transition, something that's going to come back to haunt them if they should lose this ball game.
Long way from over yet. Rob Gary into the corner now for Rodney, and they'll go to the point for Dan Delgado. He got his pocket picked by Mestis. Robert Mestis.
Oh, is he quick? Wow, possibly got away with the travel there. He's for the little Merilark lemon. Great defense there by Mestis. Quick.
Look at this. Even in slow motion, it's quick.
Behind the back. Let's go through the legs. No, I'm over here. Let's stop and spin. A little travel there. I'm going to leap up. Yes.
Big travel there.
It's all right.
Dan Delgado draws the foul. Look at Delgado. What am I supposed to do about that?
Got his pocket picked.
Did him.
And he wasn't even at the state fair.
Now here's De La Salle with the ball. Adrian Patterson off the side, and the rebound goes to Pacceli's Ben Waleski. But nothing else. The Islanders have got to get second shots.
No, and they're not doing that. Pacceli doing a great job of boxing off the boards, keeping the Islanders off the offensive board.
Driving way up by Steve Rodney of Austin Pacceli, and that makes it 41-22. Rodney has 20 points.
Again, the penetration by Rodney almost outscoring De La Salle by himself.
Oh, it was a nice move by Chris Merritt. However, he came down just a little the wrong side of the line, and it goes back to De La Salle. Watch Merritt, number 40.
And that's what happens when you throw a pass into the post with no zip there. Good deflection that time by Merritt. De La Salle finally getting on the scoreboard.
Westbury got the first one, and Darren Deering steals it and puts in another one. Now 41-26 Pacceli. Stolen again by Westbury. Got it. 6 points in 6 seconds for the De La Salle Islanders, and hold those funeral notices. The Islanders are not ready to be planted quite yet. 4:12 to go in the third. Pacceli 41, De La Salle 28.
Vision World customers talk about why they go to Vision World.
Well, in just shopping around, Vision World is much less expensive. Nobody else can beat their price or has beaten their price as far as I've seen.
They had all the designer frames there, and indeed I picked out several pair, and the prices were very affordable.
Vision World, 30 locations including Southdale, on the lower level near Snyder's.
Aisle 2. It's for you. Hello?
Mrs. Ward, this is TCM.
Yeah?
If you could change the way banks do business, what would you change?
Put them in more convenient places?
Such as?
Right here at Cub Foods. And then you could be open 7 days a week.
Thank you, Mrs. Ward. Oh, nice sweater.
Oh, thank you.
TCF, banking the way you want it.
De La Salle really putting things together. Six quick points here. You can see the steal by Westbury picking the pocket of Matt Waleski. And coming in here and putting 2 points in. They scored those points in a hurry, Billy.
Yes, what we like to call SAG basketball. Stun and gun.
Stun and gun. I like that.
And Pacceli looked a little stunned right here. And as you mentioned during the break, Billy, you expect this pressure from De La Salle to continue.
Yes, and an excellent timeout by Gary Erlinson. That time to settle this team down, get some strategy on how to break this full court press here. Not finding the solution this time.
And it cleared. Deering. Not going to go. There's a foul before he got the shot away. The foul over check was on Mestis.
Hey, I'm sorry, Doug. This team reminds me of Jaws. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, here comes Darren Deering with another steal. Nice spin move here, getting caught by Matt Waleski. A little bit too much body.
Again, it was before the shot. So inbounds comes the ball from Darren Deering. Robert Mestis for Deering in the corner. Halfway through the third quarter. Deering didn't go. Underneath, it won't fall for Ricardo Jones. And the Shamrocks have the basketball. Rob Gary, 41-28 Austin, and Shelley with the ball. Deering's going to get the foul.
And almost got a technical if he would have brought his hand down to finish the, darn it, I missed the, and it wasn't out of frustration for the call, just out of frustration that he felt he should have made that steal.
This is third personal.
You can expect Deering, though, to lead the way as a senior ball player here. And trying to keep that enthusiasm up. He really is intense. He's trying to make sure that his teammates stay up in their morale.
That's right. He has to give his team that sense of urgency with his play as he did with that block shot.
There it goes, right out of Waleski. Deering! Darren Deering! Oh! And now it's an 11-point game. And traveling on Pacceli puts it right back to De La Salle. 3:20 to go in the third quarter. It's 41-30.
Yeah, we're talking about inspired play. Nothing does it like a great block, a steal, and let's go airborne, baby. Yeah.
18 points for Darren Deering.
I'd like to get a picture like that just hanging on the rim.
They need a ladder to get me up there.
Oh, you and me both.
I'll take the picture. Here's Patterson. Deering. Shot before, or foul before the shot.
And this team has just absolutely come to life, Janet. As you talked about, a very explosive basketball team. I think we're all sitting over here shaking our head about how poorly they played up to this point. And then, bang, they're 11 points down, have a chance to cut this lead down below double digits. And taking command of the game right now, and the momentum is starting to shift.
This is an 8-0 run for De La Salle right now as Rob Grant checks in the game for the Shamrocks.
And this would be a big basket.
Gary goes to the bench with 4 fouls. There's Deering again.
Darren Deering made the second shot count. Another trap on the Pacceli Shamrocks. Pressure all over as Delgado brings it down. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Grant floats it in. Kept off by Ricardo Jones. Mestis. Patterson. Got it.
Pacceli needs another timeout.
I concur.
They're trying to get it right now, but the players do not see Coach Gary Erlandson calling for it. Now there'll be a foul on De La Salle. This is going to go on Lamar Westbury with 2:40 to go in the third quarter. That is Westbury's second personal, and timeout being called by Austin Pacceli. Well, there it is. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Now it's down to a 7-point lead. De La Salle is on a 10-point run. It is 41-34, and the fuse has done been lit under the De La Salle Islanders.
Yeah, don't blink now. I mean, that was an incredible run, Janet. You touched on that earlier during the game. De La Salle was down by 19 at one point. An explosive basketball team. Now they've picked up their defensive pressure, started to pick up full court, and the Shamrocks haven't been able to get a shot off in the last couple of minutes.
Well, I was concerned the way that the third quarter started out for De La Salle because they really didn't get anything started right away. But it's still early to be only down by 7. The third quarter's not even over. There's a lot of game to be played here.
Yes, and if you're Gary Erlandson right now, you're talking about, number one, how to break the press. Number two, you're talking to his players about maintaining their poise, because this defensive pressure that De La Salle is putting on right now has this team absolutely rattled. They're coming unglued in front of our very eyes.
Whatever was said or done in the De La Salle locker room at halftime should be bottled and patented and sold so far, because it has been effective in the third quarter, to put it mildly. The Pacceli Shamrocks now are back on their heels after the heels were a little well worn on the shoes of the De La Salle Islanders, I think, there for a while in the first half, most of the first half.
And what's happening here now, Pacceli is getting the ball, breaking the pressure, but they're so concerned about De La Salle knocking the ball away from behind that they're not looking. They got men wide open under the basket.
And the pass easily picked off by Lamar Westbury. Lamar Westbury, and it's a 5-0
play shuffled his feet a little bit. Great transition pass that time. Adrian just tried to move a little too quickly.
And it was great that Rodney got that 2 points to fall down there, because you mentioned earlier how De La Salle is becoming tentative, and Austin Pacceli is looking a little tentative as well.
And it goes for Pacceli's Dan Delgado. The run was 14-2 De La Salle. Now it's 14-4 with 93 seconds left in the third quarter. 45-36. De La Salle with the ball trailing by 9.
And De La Salle must make an adjustment. Once they take a shot and they lose the ball offensively, they must get back to defensive balance. They haven't done that well all game. They've let Austin Pacceli off the hook the last couple of times because they haven't gotten back on defense.
Ricardo Jones could not get the bucket, but Rick Noss will be called for the foul for Pacceli, and he has 4 now. Into the lineup, Ade Agunbiati for Minneapolis De La Salle, and Chris Merritt is coming back in for Austin Pacceli. 1:17 remaining in the third quarter. It's Pacceli 45, De La Salle 36. And the De La Salle Islanders send Ricardo Jones to the line to shoot 2. Team fouls, now 6 on Pacceli, 4 on De La Salle.
You know, at this stage of the game, both teams have to have an incredible amount of intestinal fortitude. When a team is making a run on you, you're up by 19 points, you've got to summon the reserves within you to be mentally strong and still have that confidence to feel that you're going to win the game, that it's just a run. Basketball is a game of runs, but now you have to stifle this.
I'll tell you something. They just took Darren Deering out for a few minutes to get a rest and put in Dennis Shilgun, and he was clapping and hollering and yelling and carrying on as he went to the bench. They feel fired up to these Islanders. Ricardo Jones pots it with 1:17 to go in the third quarter. Pacceli 45, De La Salle 38. The Islanders have pulled to 7 now. They've been as close as 6. 3 on 1 underneath. Block coming up, and a foul is going to go on Ricardo Jones of De La Salle.
Well, Jones made the free throw on one end and gets called for the foul on the other, but Pacceli recognizing and doing a great job of not just simply being happy of breaking the press, but really attacking the press and trying to go for the score.
Exactly, Janet. And what's happening, De La Salle has all 5 players in the backcourt, actually. And once Austin Pacceli can get by that front line of defensive pressure, they got an easy layup. They just were able to recognize and convert on that on this last event.
This is Rob Grant at the free throw line for Austin Pacceli. 1:08 to go in the third quarter. Back in the lineup now, Darren Deering. And also Adrian Patterson will come back in. They've both been spelled for a few minutes over in the De La Salle bench.